even if you have a 60% win rate, that's really good still. You just have to either get more trades or just, wait for the right setups or whatever it is. But
hey, it's Walter here, and you're at the Think Profit podcast, where we're going to help you develop a rock-solid trading confidence and avoid the potentially endless cycle of system switching. Right, Hugh?
That's right. We're going to help you develop a wealth mindset, develop a trading strategy that fits your core personality, and help you overcome the obstacles that stop over 90% of traders.
All right, Hugh, sounds good. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's do this.
Hey, Hugh. So we have a question from a trader, and this trader is wondering, I'm working on becoming more consistently profitable, and I'm putting all of my time into this. How do I become more consistent? And so my thoughts are, if this is what you're looking at, I'm going to read between the lines here and say that this could be, well, it's hard to say. This could be a break-even trader, or it could be a trader that's actually making money. So one thing that I would say is you probably need to widen your scope. So when people say, I want to be more consistent, that usually, it could mean that like Monday I make money, Tuesday I lose money, Wednesday and Thursday I make money, and then Friday I lose a lot. Like that sort of thing where it's kind of in and out. Mm-hmm. And so my thoughts on that are that you probably want to set up your goals so that you're looking at more of a wider scope. So instead of looking at making money every day, if you're trading the 4-hour charts, you're probably not going to make money every day. If you're trading the 5-minute charts, you're still probably not going to make money every day, but maybe it's possible to have more, many more profitable days than not. So the idea here is that you want to put a measuring stick at the spot where it's easily achieved, but also you can probably improve on it a little bit. So for example, the goal of making money every single day with a 60% win rate strategy isn't going to work, right? Mm-hmm. It's just not going to work.
Yeah.
If that's what I'm reading here in terms of like, this is my goal to be more consistent, it's like, I want to cut out all my losers, because if I cut off all my losers, then I'll be profitable, or I'll be more profitable. That's not really what you want to do here. Is get to a point where the risk that you're taking, you're okay losing that, and that the rewards that you're pulling from the markets are in terms of like a weekly or a monthly goal rather than a daily or an hourly goal, right? So just stretch it out a bit further. That's what I would recommend this trader do. Again, I'm not sure if you're actually making money or not. If you're not making money, like you're kind of in that break-even stage, then I would look to, we've done other podcasts about, how do you use risk? How do you tweak your exits? Those sorts of things. But that's more down that path, most likely for you if you're break-even. But if you're at the point where you're making money, but it's just kind of not enough, then it's probably going to be more along the lines of changing what your goals are. And once you change those goals and you go, okay, I want to make a certain percentage every week or every month, that makes it easier for you to then adjust your risk to a point where those losing periods don't hurt as much, right? Mm-hmm. So you kind of need to know where you want to go. And then from there you can, and I'll put the risk calculator in the show notes for you guys can check that out and use that to kind of fine tune that. But really, I think it sounds like what is happening with this trader, it's really common too, by the way, that your losing streaks are so painful that you feel like you need to change something to get to a point where you're more comfortable with your trading. And it's probably just adjusting that risk based on the parameters of your strategy, and your goals are going to be a little bit further off than they are right now. That was the best guess. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey there, I hope you're finding this episode useful. I just wanted to let you know that Walter and I give away something valuable every month that helps traders improve their skills. You can enter to win by simply leaving an iTunes review and leaving a comment on our YouTube videos. At the end of each month, we'll look at the comments and reviews from the month, and we'll pick a winner at random. Each comment and each review counts for one entry during the month that it's submitted. So if you're interested in that, be sure to enter after this podcast is over. All right, back to the episode.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think it's just a matter of either zooming out, like you said, zooming out to a weekly or a monthly, usually a monthly for most traders, I think. Or just, having this expectation. I think there's a lot of marketing in the Forex education world about scalping or whatever, and you're going to make money every day just by doing this one thing at 5 o'clock or whatever. And I think that leads to people thinking that they need to be perfect, like they need to have like a 99% win rate or something like that, or a 90% win rate, when in reality you don't, obviously, right? So I think there's that like perfection bias with a lot of people, and I think if you can overcome that, and just understand, okay, even if you have a 60% win rate, that's really good still. You just have to either get more trades or just, wait for the right setups or whatever it is. But it's not necessarily about improving consistency. It's being comfortable with what you're trading, I guess.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And you're right about the marketing thing. Like, that's so true. Like, like people trying to, like, there was a trader yesterday and he was contacting me about, I need to qualify for some, LTS or whatever. And I'm like, I don't even know what that is, dude. And I said, the forum is not for you. I told him, I said, I'm sorry, but it's not, like, cause he was like, I really need someone to help me qualify. And it sounded like it was one of those things where like they, like they have to, make so much money and they can't hold positions over the weekend, all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know, but it's what it sounded like. I never heard of whatever he was talking about, but I just said, look, that style of trading it's possible, but it's for the vast majority of traders, especially new traders, trading those lower time frames and trying to make the, like you say, like the 80% win rate or whatever, that is going to be so frustrating for so many traders to try and go down that path. It is so much easier to go the other way and start at the dailies and work your way down. And it's like, like in sports where they say like focus on the fundamentals, like on volleyball or whatever, I guess they would focus on serving and digging or whatever. And, and then gridiron, they focus on tackling, and soccer, they focus on, kicking, passing. And
have you read the John Wooden book?
No, but I've heard about it. It's so funny that you say that. I heard about it this week. The coach? You mean the coach from UCLA, right?
Yeah. I mean, he was like national champion for 10 years in a row.
10 years in a row, yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. And I read the book, and he said, like what you're saying, the first thing he taught all his players was how to tie their shoelaces. And really? The kids walked in there like, what the heck is this guy talking about? Tie your shoelaces, right? But he's like, no, if your socks are not on correctly, you'll be uncomfortable and you can't play. If your shoelaces keep coming off, your mind's going to be off the ball and on your shoelaces. So you got to learn how to do these two things first. And I think that's exactly what you're talking about, right?
That's awesome. That's someone just was talking about that book. Actually, my friend in high school who was really good at a good friend. He's excellent at basketball. Mm-hmm. He actually played basketball in college. He went to the John Wooden camp when he was a kid, and he had a picture with him. I'm like, dude, that's John Wooden. Like, no way, man. He's a legend. Because he like coached Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, right? I think he was, all those guys, like they won like 10 years in a row or 11 years in a row. They won the championship. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But it's so true, isn't it? It's like when you talk to these really good coaches, like in the athletics world, it's just focus on the fundamentals. And it's the same in trading. It's exactly the same in trading. Focus on the fundamentals. Yeah. Focus on, the biggest thing you can do as a trader to get better is to have eyes on how well you're doing right now in terms of execution, which means a journal of your execution. Like that's the best thing, and have somebody else's eyes on your execution. Because if you have a strategy that works and you're not making money, then either the strategy stopped working, the market stopped, changed somehow, or most likely, it's your execution of that really good strategy. So it's so true. It just comes down to fundamentals: entries, risk management, exits. It's all win, rinse, wash, repeat, or whatever they say. It's just keep doing it over again. Yeah.
It's actually usually quite mundane, right? The things that make you successful. And I have this one thing that always blows my mind, but like I was at the golf driving range, and I was terrible, still terrible nowadays. But this one guy was in the stall next to me, this older guy, and I guess he was a coach. So like he said, I am in pain watching you hit that ball, so I'm going to help you out. So he coached me for about half an hour, and he went through these very simple steps, right? And at the end of that, I was hitting the ball like straight and up in the air instead of hitting it on the ground and killing all the worms. And
worm burner.
And to this day I can still hit the ball decently, like better than most people, but like I was just amazed that those fundamentals in that half an hour got me to where I couldn't get to in like 2 years before that, right? So it really is about the mundane fundamentals.
Yeah, it's so true. So true.
All right, cool. Thanks, Walter.
See ya.
Yeah.
All information in this podcast is for educational and informational purposes only and is not trading or investment advice.